So I've been trying to get a better understanding of things. Seek knowledge and you shall find it. And I've been really focusing into this so I know what's really going on in the world. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seals. And this book is in the most hand high the most high's hands, and who is worthy to open it? No angel, no man on earth, no man under the earth can open this seal except for the Lamb, Yeshua, the Son of Christ, or what you call him, Jesus. But he's gonna change his name anyway. He's gonna have a new name in a new kingdom on earth. But this book with the 7 seals, is basically what we waiting for, to bring the kingdom and bring everything out. But people would tell you, you know what I'm saying, that these are all prophecies, because this John wrote this. You go to Matthew and hear the Son of God himself, the Most High, tell you about this when the disciples asked him, how will we know when the end times is coming, the end of the world? I'll flip to that real quick. There's a lot of scriptures in here that say it. So these are disciples asking his prophets, how should they know when the last day is coming? And so it tell you, no man shall know. And it says, many false prophets will arise at this time, and don't let man deceive you. Plus it say throughout these books, don't let man deceive you, trust in this word. And it tell you stuff about it. He will tell you, no man know if it's going to come like a thief in the night. Who will be able to stop it like a bold, come back with a strong anchor, archer. It's not going to be in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. And no flesh going to be saved. The elect shall be saved. All this is basically the first seals. Basically here, it's just it's like a precept or a parable, or no, precept to this shit. To this, because everyone's talking about the end all the way from the beginning. You hear people talking about the prophets talking about this shit, our ancestors talking about this shit. And then I saw the Lamb of God open the seals, because remember, the Lamb can open the seals. Matter of fact, motherfuckers can't even look at the fucking book. It said, who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals? You know what I'm saying? It says, no man in heaven nor earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. They can't even look at the fucking book. So, you know, so the 4 beasts and everybody else stood around that joint, and they watched the Lamb take the book and open the seals. And I heard, as a loud noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. And I saw and behold, a white horse, who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went forth conquering and conquering. So people would tell you that's what's happening now, but like they'll show you, maybe they'll be like, America is conquering now, but motherfuckers been conquering since the Greeks, since Rome, since Ham. So like say a thief in the night, but these the signs they tell you. And they opened the second seal, and I heard the second beast say, come see. And went out a horse that was red, with power was given to him that sat him thereon, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And power was given to him with a great sword. You know what I'm saying? People have been dying since Abel. You know what I'm saying? But at this time, it's telling you that you'll know when this shit happens. Like when you walk outside, you'll see motherfuckers like literally dying. Something you never seen before when you open the third seal. And this is an order. And these horses, the first horse, which was white, is running. Like in the Western, it's the first horse that started. And it continues to go. So conquering continues to go all the way until it meets the 4th horse. And the 4th horse, all these horses run together like horsemen together. So when the first horse goes, the second horse meets that horse, and they all continue to ride. So now it's 2 horses riding. Now we on the 3rd horse, and he opened the 3rd seal, and the 3rd beast say, come see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he who sat on it had a pair of balances in his hand. And so in the midst of the 4 beasts saying, the measure of wheat for a penny, a measure of barley for a penny, and thou shalt not hurt the oil of wine. So their horse is coming down with, with the little money and shit, and talking about bartering and shit, trading, and what it's going to cost, what shit's going to be worth. Yeah, think about it, you know what I'm saying? You're being deceived. So these seals being opened, the 4th seal, of course, everybody knows the 4th seal. Everybody should know all the seals, but they're always saying he opened the 4th seal, and they heard a voice saying, the beast come see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. So all the 3 horses are riding together, and then the 4th horse is riding with all 4 together. So together you got conquering, you got people killing one another, you got the bartering system all fucked up. They trying to turn milk for $3, gasoline for $1. Man, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just pagan shit, you know what I'm saying? And he sat on it. Behold, a pale horse, and he sat on it was death, and hell followed with him. And the power was given to him over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword. And you got to remember how to read this shit, because it said up here that they should kill one another. So how are they killing one another here? Not with the sword, because now they have the power to kill one another with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So the beasts of the earth, lions and shit, just the animals are killing you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is murdering you. Hunger. It don't say thirst here. It says hunger. Meaning motherfuckers got water to drink. Because you see the Most High is going to take water away later. So right now you already know it's water on earth, trees, grass. So you got to understand how the world is. So, and all these horses riding together. So death, motherfuckers is dying, and hell's about to follow that shit. Meaning the next plague is about to follow death. And he opened the fifth seal, 5. And I saw an altar with souls under it. You know what I'm saying? These are all the dead from Abel. Because Abel's blood, if you read the Lost books, you'll see it says the exact same thing. It's a parable to this. Everybody's saying the same thing. An altar of souls went out from the slaying of the word of God and for the testimony which he held. So motherfuckers getting beheaded, torches, burned alive, crucified, fire feeding the lions, feeding the alligators and shit, and snakes, and you know what I'm saying, drowned and shit. Enslaved for the Most High word. For me just reading this shit to you motherfuckers to come in here and murder me. It was like that, and it's going to be like that again. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on which that dealt on the earth? Motherfuckers killed them. That's the same thing that Abel is saying to the Most High since he died about Cain and his kids. When are you going to avenge our blood? You're saying white robes were given to them. Remember, white robes were given to unto every one of them, meaning everybody from Abel who has died until today. I mean, you got, and it tells you, I'll just jump real quick, where it says how many people that is. And behold, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, and people in tongues stood before the throne of the Lamb, cloaked in white robes. You understand? That's everybody that ever died since Abel. You know what I'm saying? It says, and white robes were given to him, every one of them, and said unto them that they should rest for a little season until their fellow servants and also their brethren should be killed just like them, or just as they were. I mean, the motherfuckers still got to burn and get their heads chopped off in the name of the Most High. And when that's finally happened to everybody, you'll see all these people unload together. That's the seal. And I got all the seals. That's the first one. The first horse, second horse, third horse, fourth horse, and they all ride together. And this is the seal I'm on now, the fifth seal. It's when the dad is asking the Most High when they're going to avenge our blood. And he telling them to rest because he about to come in and bring his fucking wrath on this fucking pagan world. And I beheld the sixth seal was open. This is very important. And lo, there was a great earthquake. We see earthquakes everywhere. But this earthquake is going to be beyond that fucking earthquake. Motherfuckers scattered from 7.1, 8 point. This is going to be a fucking 73 point something shit. You're never going to understand this. There's going to be many earthquakes, but it's going to be the first great one. I'm talking about great. And the sun became black as sackcloth. The fucking sun is shining every day. It has not happened yet. Some motherfuckers telling you we in seals this shit has occurred. It has not. Listen to no man. I'm trying to tell you. Just look at the signs of heaven. Listen. Go back to the beginning real quick. Alpha, Omega. So you got to understand. So we want to know signs and times. Listen, it says right here. Where is it? When he created the stars in heaven and let the poor bring in. And it says, and God said, let the waters be abundant. He created the whales and all that shit. And so beheld all this. I just want to get to the point when, you know, saying he created day and night, basically. And it tells you what the signs. I'm looking through this fucking phone to find out I need to just look. And it says right here, God said, let there be lights in the firmament to divide day and the night, because day and night has been here, and let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years. What are the luminaries in heaven, the sun, moon, and stars for? Signs, days, seasons, years. So the signs are in the heavens. Those are the signs. All right, so when the Most High stops the days, stops the moon, sun, and stars, there won't be any seasons, days, or years anymore. And those are the signs. So people are looking on earth for shit when the signs, and he told you right on the first page that the signs are in heaven. So now the Most High is telling you about these signs in heaven and how you know it's going to be a sign. Say the sun's going to turn black as sackcloth of hair. The moon is going to become as blood. It's going to become as blood. You got to understand what that means. Become as blood. Not that it's going to look like blood. Be color red. It'll say red. The red is, you know what I'm saying? They use red here. You know what I'm saying? The Most High says red when he describes his horse and Edom in Genesis 25. He just what red is. You know what I'm saying? Genesis 25:25. Once again, I'll go there. People don't want me to go there. People hate. You know what I'm saying? The majority of the world hate that verse. But Genesis 25 it tells you what red is. So you won't be confused on what blood and what red is. If he say blood, it's going to be blood right here. I'm so sorry to jump and my shit not focusing. But it came out red. So it didn't say blood. He didn't come out red blood. He came out red. So when the shit says red and blood, it means fucking that. It means fucking that. And I'll understand. I'll get into detail for what it means in a second. Cause we still in the first seal. But let me jump to the trumpet real quick. What the seventh seal is. I understand. It says, listen, the first angel sounded a hail of fire mingled with blood, not with red. Mingled with blood. Were cast upon the earth, and the third part of the trees was burnt up, and all green grass. So I want you to understand what it means. This is the first trumpet, which is the seventh seal. Because the Most High is sending his people in the sixth. I'll tell you who he's sending. The 12,000 from each tribe, 144,000 from the 12 from Israel only. So all green grass is destroyed, correct? So now we'll go down to the fifth angel, and this is the woe, because you ain't gonna never see. This is beyond fucking earthquakes and shit. This is, oh my goodness, you go read it and it describes these fucking locusts. But it says, listen, and he commanded them that they should hurt not the grass. All right, I'm assuming it says, and he commanded these locusts that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing. So you gotta understand, in the first trumpet, all green grass was destroyed, but there's still grass on earth that's not green now. You gotta understand it, like two waters, salt water and fresh water. It's other types of grass. Neither any green thing. So it's not any green grass, but it's other green shit. Of course, the Most High destroyed a third of the trees. So it's still trees that's green. You gotta fucking read the shit for yourself. You gotta read the shit for yourself and let the word mean his word. Do not take anything from this scripture. It says it right here. Do not add any fucking thing. It says it right here. It says right here in Revelation. And if any man take anything away from this word in this book or this prophecy, God shall take him part of the fucking book of life. Don't take or add shit. Let it mean what it mean. Just let it mean what it mean, and then you'll see the truth. So after the fucking sun, sackcloth of black hair, and the moon became as blood. It's not shining red, it becomes blood. And the stars fell from heaven unto the earth. As a fig tree that is cast of her untimely figs out that shaken by a mighty wind. And the stars going to fall from heaven. So you got to understand. And the heaven departed as a straw rolled up. Meaning there's no heaven. And what is heaven? But you're not understanding. You got to understand you're going to see these things. You know how I know you're going to see these things? Because it tells you, it says, and the heaven departed as a straw, and every mountain and every island were moved out of its place. So what the fuck is man doing right now? It says this is what he doing, bruh. When you see this shit happen, and every king of the earth, every great man, rich man, chief captain, mighty man, every bondsman, every free man hid themselves in dens and rocks in the mountains. When that shit happened, you know what I'm saying? The Most High not hurting the earth just yet. He showing you from the signs in the heaven from Genesis, so you'll know that's the sign of the shit occurring. And the most important thing about this, once all this shit happened, you know it's the end time. You know what they say? Because they say, for the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand? So every man, who's the kings, these presidents, these queens, these fucking whatever you want to call them, the great men, these fucking superstar idols that you worship, the rich man, the rich people who got the money, these fucking, the chief captain, all these are the people, every free man, every this is every man. Gotta understand. And I saw another angel ascend from the east. This is still the sixth seal. This is still the sixth seal. These are all the plagues. 7 plagues in the beginning, and then another 2 to end it all that people act like they don't know. And it says right now, then I saw an angel ascend to the east, having this living seal of God, crying with a loud voice to the 4 angels, whom was given to hurt the earth and the sea. And what he said is, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, until we have sealed our servants on the forehead. Who is the servants? 12,000 Judah, Reuben. You know this. It's us. There's no other nations, no Hamite, no Japhite, no Moabite, no Ammonite, no Amorite, none of these other fucking nations, no Edomite, none of these nations, no Ishmaelite. It's us. Know who the fuck you is. And behold, a great multitude. We already talked about. That's the dead looking up, saying it's time. And we go all the way down to the seventh seal. You gotta understand. You talking about the dead is getting flourished with their robes in the water until the end has come. No more hunger. And it says no more sun should hit them in light and heat. And he opened the seventh seal, and there was silence in heaven for half an hour. Silence. You gotta forget. I think I skipped over it. I don't see how I skipped over it. It was crazy. It's crazy. Heaven is still living God, and it says, "Hurt not the earth," and it's Judah right there. No, it says, "And beheld the great magnitude of this." Still on there. I think I just skipped over the whole part. Went after soon as he said, "There it is." I'm sorry. And after all these things, after the free mans and them hiding under the rocks, after these things, the angels standing on four corners of earth, holding the four winds of the earth back. So you already have the sun being as black as hair. You got the moon becoming as blood, no stars, the heaven rolling up, no winds on the earth. The four horsemen is riding, already killing with the sword, hunger. The animals is eating you with the beasts of the earth. You got to understand, all this shit is happening. And who's not being touched? I tell you not going to be touched. Us. You won't believe it. But the seventh seal opened for a space of half an hour. And it saw seven angels which were before God and were given seven trumpets. You know what I'm saying? Seven trumpets. And the angel took a censer, it was filled with fire, and altar, and cast it. So the next thing, and there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and earth and an earthquake. So it was a great earthquake, more earthquakes, thunder and lightnings. And you on earth, and you can hear voices from heaven. I'm trying to tell you, these people is fucking freaking out. All people on earth is freaking out. I'm trying to tell you. This is the worst shit that's ever going to happen. And the first angel of these that had the trumpets, seven trumpets sounding. Now we already went over the third part of the trees. I mean, every time you see three trees, one of them is going to be burnt. That's a third part. Fuck the calculations. You could just do it just like that. Three trees, one going to be burnt. On earth, everywhere you look, and all green grass is burnt up. The second angel. You remember, it's telling you that the stars fell from heaven. You got to understand what a parable is. You understand what a precept is. You gotta understand what is the future. This is John seeing this. That it has already occurred because it is and it's not, and it's going to happen again. And he's telling you about it first. It says right here, and the stars fell from heaven, and here it is. And the third, and it says, and the second angel sounded, and a great mountain fell. You know what I'm saying? A great mountain fell to the earth, and a third part of the sea became blood. And third, the creatures in the sea died. And the third part of the ships, meaning all your fishing, the bringing your import, all that shit's being destroyed. It ain't gonna be no bringing no fish here. It ain't gonna be no fish to eat. It's gonna be famine when it comes to that. Not like the earth famine. And I explain famine real quick. People think famine is just starvation. The Most High bring famine. It's a plague on the land, so shit won't grow and rain won't fall. That's famine. But the Most High tell you that it's gonna be another famine. It's gonna be a famine beyond. I'm gonna tell you about the famine. Like motherfucker, it's not gonna be a famine for I go to the Amos and give you this shit. It's not gonna be a famine for food and water. It's gonna be a famine for motherfuckers seeing the truth. They not gonna want to accept the truth. I tell people the truth all the time. They just don't want to accept it. I don't got that much time. This shit about to cut off, so might as well just continue real quick. And a star fall from heaven. You know what I'm saying? And he says, and I saw a star fall. This is the fifth angel, because the fourth one was, I skipped all the fourth ones. I'm doing the most. The small ones, the sun was smitten. The moon lost a third of its light, and also the stars lost a third of their light. So it's a third of the trees destroyed, all green grass destroyed. A third of the sea become blood, and then the third part of the animals died. All the animals died, and then the third part of the ships were destroyed. And the third angel sounded, a great star fell. It's like a burning lamp, and this shit fell. This star that fell, because remember the stars fell. It's talking about the stars falling. The star fell in the rivers. You know what I'm saying? And the star was called woodworm. You know what I'm saying? It sounds stupid as shit in English, but in Hebrew it sounds realistic. And it turned the water into woodworm. So when men drank it, they died, because it was made bitter. So a third of water turned to blood, and now another third turned to woodworm. So there's only 1/3 of water left on Earth. You gotta understand, ain't no wind blowing on Earth. The sun is smitten, the moon is blood, the stars are falling. There's no water, no wind. All trees are burnt, the grass is burnt. And check this out, because this shit is off the hook. It's that serious. And since I beheld and heard an angel saying in the midst of heaven, saying in a loud voice, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. For the voice and the trumpets, then you hear the next 3 angels, which is off the hook. Because you never going to believe this shit. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw another star fall from heaven. So it's another star, and then another star. And remember, the stars fell from heaven already. Remember, they couldn't make none of this shit happen until they sealed their 144,000. And this is the reason why. Because this is the woe. Oh my goodness. You understand? Star fell from heaven, and he saw was given to him the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and arose smoke out of the pit, smoke of a great furnace. As the sun and air were darkened by reason of the smoke. And there came out locusts upon the earth. And people saying that this shit had already happened. No, had never happened. Ever. Yet. And it was given to the power of scorpions of the earth. These locusts had the power of scorpions of the earth. And they commanded the scorpions not to hurt the grass, because I read that, of the earth, or any green thing, or any tree. What? Why does she want focus on any tree? All right, there you go. Look better. Hurt the grass of the earth, any tree. They should torment. Where am I at? Because this joint wasn't focused. All right, the power to hurt. Give the scorpion earth, and commanded them they should not hurt any tree of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men that didn't have this seal, had the seal of living gods on their foreheads. And it was given to them that they should not kill them, but they should be in torment 5 months. And their torment was the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. So oh my goodness. Check this shit out. And in those days men shall seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shape of these locusts were in shape to a horse prepared for battle, and on their heads were given crowns like gold, and their faces the faces of men, and their hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as teeth of lions, and they had breastplates, and their breastplates were of iron, and the sound of their wings, goodness gracious, with the sounds of chariots and many horses running in the battle. And they had tails like scorpions, and this thing is on their tails, and the power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which were the angels of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew is, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. That shit is woe. Cause like I said, you done seen you people, they would tell you all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can handle that shit. I can handle the stars not being there, because you don't even look up. You know what I'm saying? You can handle the sun doing this, because day is not the sun. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be day, because the sun, you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna be able to handle this shit. That's why the fucking angel came out the blue and said, whoa, to y'all, oh my goodness. This shit gonna be off the hook. Motherfuckers don't want to read this shit. Motherfuckers don't want it. They don't want to read this shit. They really don't. They rather not know. They want to be ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. Nah, this should not rain. It's crazy, man. Motherfuckers say they prepared for this shit, and they not. That's why they won't pick this shit up. But nah, it's a story. And this shit is in it. And like I said, it tell you about the 12 tribes of Israel right here, and how they gonna be saved. Because this whole book talks about the 12 tribes. This whole book talks about the 12 tribes, the lineage leading until the 12 tribes. And it skips on, you know, all the rest of, all these people are from the 12 tribes. There's no other author in this book but the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But like I said, when this book gets to Kings, that's when the 12 tribes split, and it's no longer the 12 tribes no more. I show you this all the time. The other 10 tribes are gone from the wickedness of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of this book is only talking about Judah. Judea, Jerusalem, Jews, David, Jesus, all these, so-called Jesus. Listen, all this is about Judah. This is about the 10 tribes here. This is about Judah. The 10 tribes are being sealed here. This is when you find out where they are, because you don't know who the 10 tribes is. They were lost back here. They were lost and spread out and put into bondage by back here. Do you understand? All this is about Judah here. Who the fuck is Judah if you don't know who Judah is? Like, how would you even know who the fuck